What dogs can teach us about stress, relationships, and emotional intelligence? A local author breaks down their new book, Go Fetch Yourself. All right, and Kirka, thank you. A Las Vegas author, hypnotherapist, and emotional intelligence specialist recently released a new book called Go Fetch Yourself. In it, Roberta Fernandez compares 4 dog archetypes for us humans to understand more about ourselves. And Roberta Fernandez, aka Your Mind Stylist, joins us now live on More. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Alyssa.
So, okay, let's get into this book because it seems like it's about dogs, but you say it's not about dogs per se, it's about us.
It really is. You know, I work every day with people who are really stressed and anxious, and they feel stuck in their jobs or stuck in their life. And the interesting thing about dogs that I notice is that they feel they do things just better than we do, very naturally, right? So for example, what I mean is that they don't replay their mistakes over and over again. They don't lose sleep at night worrying about something that may or may not happen.
Right.
And they don't hold grudges.
Okay.
Dogs live in the present. They are emotional. They express their emotions, but then they move on.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, dogs are a lot more emotionally intelligent than some humans that I meet.
Interesting. You know what? That doesn't surprise me, though. I will say, I do believe my dog Juno can hold a grudge because when we take her to the border, she gets revenge on us the day after she gets back, and she will go inside the house as a little to you, and but then she's over it.
That's it. So she has an emotion, she's expressing it to you, and then she moves on. It's usually you that stays mad at her for a while, right?
For that.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so what can dogs teach us then?
Oh my gosh.
About emotional intelligence?
So much. You know, they can show us how to just be present rather than being preoccupied. They can show us how to adapt instead of resist change. That's a big one. They show us how to love without keeping a scorecard.
I love that.
Yep. They show us how to let go without carrying resentment forward. And I think for us today in our busy lives, they show us how to rest without feeling guilty about it.
I really like that too.
So imagine if we could just adopt some of those things, how much healthier and happier and emotionally resilient we'd be. Yeah.
So true. So what are the 4 dog archetypes that you lay out?
Yeah, so the dog archetypes are the leader dog, the connector dog, the loyal companion, and the quiet observer dog.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I use those archetypes in the book because it acts as a mirror for us to see the things that are really hard for us to see. It's hard to recognize our emotional patterns and behaviors when we're looking directly at ourselves. So dogs provide us with a different perspective, right? They act like a mirror to reflect back some of the things that are hard for us to look at.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think that you want people to read this and identify with one of those archetypes, or do you want them to look at them and say, well, I am like this one, but I want to be more like this one? And is that something that we humans can actually do? Yeah,
so the dog archetypes are based on something called a DISC profile, which about 40 million people have taken. It's a personality profile that a lot of companies use for their employees. And so that was intentional on my part. We are all of those dogs. It just depends on our situation. And some of those dogs are predominant in us. So I'm a connector dog for the most part, especially when I'm out. But when I'm home, I'm that loyal companion dog. So it depends on our situation, what comes out. But the really cool thing about having dog archetypes is they're fun and they're memorable. And because that sticks, I can recognize that in you and the next person, and I can understand when we dive into it how you deal with change, how you deal with stress, what happens when you're the leader dog, you know, when the leash is maybe loose or when the leash gets tight, how you might react. So that's what the archetypes are all about.
Very nice. And do you think just by knowing and naming the way that you are can help you better navigate certain situations?
Absolutely, because again, it's that mirror where we can more easily see our weaknesses and our strengths too. But to become aware of, oh wow, in that meeting I was the leader dog. You know, I could have chilled a little bit more, right? I took over when maybe I should have observed.
Okay.
Yeah.
But don't let it keep you up at night.
No,
like the dog.
absolutely.
Okay. Roberta, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
and
you,
where can we
Alyssa.
get your book?
So you can go to yourmindstylist.com.
Okay.
It's there in several formats. I have an audiobook, but you don't get the pictures. And the pictures are really
we want
fun.
the pictures of the
Yeah,
puppies.
you really do.
All right, Roberta, thanks again.
Thanks, Alyssa.